Alright, today I'm going to be tumbling something called, excuse the name, Dumortierite. The kids got me a whole bunch of cool racks for Christmas, and my wife, thank you both. So I like blue, they know I like blue, so they picked this out. I have never heard of it before, never seen it. But I looked it up, said it's a hardness of around 7, said it was discovered in France in 1881. So let's just give it a try the normal way. They got me, I don't know, quite a few pounds of this stuff. So let's get tumbling and see how it turns out. See here, we got quite a bit. So I'm just going to start out in one of the 2.5 pound tumblers I have. So I don't really have a whole lot going on right now. See, we got a lot of nice, really big pieces. So we'll see how it tumbles down. Try and mix in some smaller ones here. Kind of give it some good tumble action. While the all-knowing internet says this is a 7, it feels a little chalky to me. So we're just gonna keep it at a week. Sometimes I'd let it, and speed 1. Sometimes I'd let it go a little bit faster, but I don't know. So we'll go 3 scoops of 6090 grit. Because I've done sodalite and lapis lazuli, both which are softer, and those went so fast. So let's see, these pieces are bigger. I just don't want them to grind away to nothing. So I think we'll probably be safe with a week. And I also use a lower power supply on these. These tumblers are, I have a whole bunch of different ones. These I'm going to put it in, it's a Coma Stone, Cool Stone. They seem like they're the same brand. Sometimes you can catch them on a deal on Amazon. Not advocating for them. They're fine. It was the first one I got for Christmas like a year ago. And the only thing is they run too fast. So I found you can get power supplies that it's a lower amperage. I think it was 7.5 amps was what I found that I liked. And then on speed 1 it runs at a lower RPM, kind of more like you would like to see. I've also got some tumblers from 2 of those Central Electrics from Harbor Freight. Those are pretty good. You just got to make sure they're leveled really well. And also at Highland Park, it's okay. Don't think it's worth the money, to be honest. I liked it at first. For the price of it, you could get 3 Central Electrics from Harbor Freight, especially because it's like a Father's Day deal and you get like a 30% off coupon. You clean house. Anyway, we're going to throw this on for a week and then we'll check back and see how it's looking. And I don't know if you've... Okay, so it hasn't been a full week. This just sounds kind of hollow. It's been about 5 days. So I decided, let's clean it up, check it out. Because maybe it's just going a little bit quicker than I thought it would. So let's see. Interestingly enough, this got a really pretty thick slurry after only 5 days. I read up a little bit on this stuff, and it said it's kind of fibrous, but it's still got a hardness of 7 or above. Because I was like, well, did they send me the wrong stuff? I did like a little scratch test with kind of a knife, and it didn't seem to leave a mark on the stone. So I believe I got this from Gems by mail. There's not any kind of plug. They were just having a sale and it looked cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this out in a bucket in the sink. Never throw your slurry down a sink. Let's take a look and see how they progressed in only 5 days. Alright, so here we go. So in just 5 days, we shockingly have a lot of progress here. So, I mean, some people like look at them. I mean, yeah, of course we're gonna look at them. But just by feeling them, that's usually how I go on what's going to stay and what's going to go back. So this one, there's still a little notch under there. It's kind of hard to see. So that one, I'm going to toss it back in the barrel another week. This feels good. It's got some marks on it, but you don't feel those. But I thought I saw something on this one. You know what? I'm going to say good. Here, I'd like to grind that out a little bit. You can kind of see from that angle. Another week though should take care of that. We've been tumbling the Dumortierite for about, I would say, 6 weeks. It's finally looking like it's finished. We'll give you a quick look at it. And then I think we're gonna do some we got. I mean, we got some really nice size stuff. It went really quick at first, and then it really kind of slowed down at the end. So I'm gonna get 2 of just like the Harbor Freight barrels out. Let's get these loaded up. Okay, looking at this here, I mean, these are 2 half full, half empty, depending on how your day is going, I guess. Harbor Freight barrels, we could probably get it all in one, but I don't know. I don't want to smash them too much or bruise them. I've never used this before. And then we say, why using the Harbor Freight versus like the Highland Park? The Harbor Freight, you kind of have to have 2 barrels in. The Highland Park, I can get away with 1 barrel at a time there just because of the way it's set up. So if I have a smaller batch I want to run, I can still run it. So I've got, this is a whole bunch of ceramic media that I've previously used, so it's broken in, so it's not too sharp. So I'm going to get these both like 3/4 full, then we'll add our grit. Okay, so this has got a lot of media in here, obviously. If this was like carnelian or some kind of other agate or like even like a jasper or a crazy lace, you definitely would not need so much. But honestly, I've never worked with this before, so let me get some more water. We could actually have a little bit too much water in this one here. Sorry, I know my camera work is atrocious today, but everyone in the house is sick. So this is 180, 220. So we're going to do 3 tablespoons in each. About. It looks like we're going to have to refill our secondary container here pretty soon. Alright, this is after 10 days in stage 2. These are all feeling really shiny and nice. Sorry, I didn't try to spare you all the pouring and mixing, but I also rinsed it with borax real well overnight. Everything turned out pretty well except this piece here. Let's see, I don't know, it looks like there's some kind of other matrix or some other rock basically mixed in there that didn't polish very well. So I'm just going to set it aside. I'll throw it in with some other just randomness later. House with many hobbies. We have a new cow here. We got a new 3D printer the other day, so one of those multicolors. A lot of waste kind of making her, him. I don't know yet. Haven't decided. But let's check this out. I'm thinking this should all fit, no problem. This looks fuller than it is because when I was adding in the filler, it just kind of all sank to the bottom, and then I shook it and it kind of pulled it up. So I think we're at a pretty happy medium here, though. We don't want to add too much water. Let's stop around there. A little bit more. Okay. We're going to add our 3 scoops. This is 500 grit, and I think I kind of decided with this we're going to do an extra step of 1,000 in it, just because. Usually it's when it's softer, and this doesn't really feel softer, but it also doesn't feel super smooth, so I'm wondering if that might help with this. Alright, we got 10 days in pre-polish, or 500. This is a hardness of about 7, so it really shouldn't need like a secondary pre-polish of like 1,000, but I don't know. Let's take a look. I'm going to rinse it off and we'll put it aside and see what it looks like. Alright, so this Dumortierite's coming out of the pre-polish. I think we're just going to go straight to polish. Some of these, I mean, they're smooth, but I'm not sure how good of a polish they're going to take. Like this one, very smooth. I think it'll polish up really nice. Kind of losing focus. The front of this one feels pretty good. Sorry, it's a little bit of... There's a brass nut on the end of the barrel and it kind of wears away. Poor design. But I don't know if that side's really going to smooth out too well. Especially like this big boy here. It's just starting to undercut a little bit in spaces. Like, I think it's just going to be kind of a bit of a mix. But I mean, it's such a nice, palm-sized stone. So anyway, what I'm going to do is just let them wash overnight in borax. It's like pouring rain here, which has nothing to do with this. And tomorrow we'll go ahead and put it in the final polish and get it ready for like the last 2-week haul. Well, here we are, eons later. This is coming out of step 5, or well, sometimes I call it step 5, step 4 polish. Honestly, from the look of it, I'm not sure if that's shined up or not. But the only way to find out is we are going to clean it up. I'm gonna get this rinsed off here. Okay, not gonna lie, this is gonna be pretty disappointing. A couple of these pieces here might be okay, but the vast majority, let's get there some kind of matrix of some sort and kind of undercut, meaning they didn't take they wore at different rates, you know, the two different materials that were there. But we're not completely done. I'm gonna run these through a couple batches of some borax to let them to clean them up real good, and then I do just like half an hour in this might shine. We'll see. We won't know until it's totally dry. Of every soap to see to get them all cleaned up. All right, well here we are, semi-finished. They went through all the stages, and it's a very mixed bag. So I'm gonna show you what we have, and kind of disappointed with them. But thanks for sticking around. Let's take a look. So I've kind of separated these into two batches here. So these over here, they don't have like that nice like mirror shine. That might just be, I mean, not everything is always gonna take the best shine there is, but these at least feel, I mean, pretty good. Just taking a look at them here. These over here though, I mean, it looks like they kind of got undercut. They looked pretty good going into the polish, but now, I mean, honestly just disappointing if you take a look here. So if I had to give a rating on tumbling this, I would not recommend tumbling it. All these over here, I might go ahead and give them another try, you know, maybe start in stage 2. Overall though, you know, it was a good experience. These are pretty. I think it might just be that this is kind of a mix of minerals here, and that might just be the nature of the beast unless I was to have a vibe tumbler. But either way, thanks for watching as I go along. If I do end up retumbling these, I might end up just throwing them in a short. So, thanks again.